Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Count of Minecraft Christo. A story of revenge, a story of purpose, a story of growth. We are building Pimpopolis, and we're going to create the greatest land this world has ever seen. But before we do that, our trees grew. We need to work on this house that I decided for some reason as a starter house to make a mansion. Like a dingus. Like a da-da dingus. But I think what we can also do, I have so many saplings, we will never run out of oak and we will never have to go far for it. Oak's always right next door, baby. Bang, 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 bang. We're gonna block off that little area and that'll be like our... One more. Let's eat. Oops. Yo, speaking of steak, I'm gonna cook a steak tonight. That's what I'm feeling, man. This will be our quote-unquote starter home. This is where we can... I'm not the only one. I don't... Oh, can I open this? I can't. I'm an idiot. Is it coming from that caves? All right. Let's do this. We'll go bang, 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 bang. Damn it. Okay. You're gonna be the fucking stuff drawer. Just kidding. We'll organize shit. Okay. You're gonna be... Oops. I do want you. Stuff. Nope. Need you. Stuff. Stuff. Nope. Need you. Stuff. Nope. Need you. Stuff. Okay. And then let's break you down. I just want to break you down so badly. In the worst way. I just want to break you down so badly. Could put up with everything you say. I just want to break you down so badly. In the worst way. Thank you. Alright, so then this can be our like theoretical starter home. Just something for us to get in and out of, since we probably won't be working on the rest of it for a while. But we at least have the layout. That's what's important, okay? So let's get some doors in this mofo. I'm an idiot. I'm a double idiot. Ready? Bang. Doors. Good thing it's gonna fucking make 3, which is exactly what I was looking for. Door. Door. Oh, I was going to ask if I was an idiot. I'm glad I didn't ask that out loud because the answer came to me immediately. There we go. Bang. And this is like our outside play area. Right now, it's just a big patio. The big patio is going to let us witness things. And then we'll also put in some windows. But they are like open windows. But at least nothing can get in. So let's also... What the fuck? Alright, let's make the roof. Do you know, this either proves how fake I am or it proves something bigger, and I hope it's something bigger. I used to say roof. Like a normal human being. I was like, look at that dog. It's on the... I don't know why the animal is... but I'd be like, look up there. It's on the roof. On the roof. And then I don't know what happened. I heard somebody say roof, and all I could think was, yo, that sounds cool as fuck. So then I started saying roof. Okay. Nope. Sleep. Okay. Where are you at? Sleep. Let's do this, and let's lead you away. We definitely don't have enough torches down. I think that's our main ish right now. But I used to say roof. And then I heard someone say roof, and all I could think was, dude, that sounds fucking awesome. So then I said roof once, and I've never gone back. I think it's important to realize that the verbiage you speak with, the life you live, the habits you create are up to your decision. It's your call, brother. If you want to start saying roof, sky's the limit. Okay? You start saying roof, and you do it proudly. This sounds like a call for furries to be free and not gawked at. You can say roof if you want, okay? Paw. That being said, shout out furries, dude. I've got no quarrels with the furry gang. All right? Never have, never will. Do we have any torches? No, but we do have the means of production. And now we have 56. We will never, ever run out of torches. Let's put one... How's that look? That looks fucking awful. Okay. Let's go classic corner game, you know. We have more mutton, which is good. Now we can throw that in there. Okay. So this is our starter home. Let's light up the place. Run, please. I'm like double tapping to run, and it just sometimes doesn't obey me. It doesn't accept my quota. Doesn't accept my input. It's just like my dad. Okay. Torches. Look at all these torches. They're lighting up my land. If I don't put them down, I'll die by the zombie's hand. But because they're here, my land is lit. Sucking on your mama clit. And now we can see the life we were meant to see. Boop, 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 boop. Fuck. Alright, let's also... Alright, let's get ready to go mining, dude. It's time, dude. We need more stuff. So I'm going to keep that. That can go, that can go, that can go. We need this. Okay, we're low on tools, so let's really quick just dip into our little area over here, over yonder. And let's also do this. Okay. Get fucked, bro. That's what you get. And then we'll go, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh, my sword is about to die. Okay, so that's what you want to do if you want to open up the mine a little bit more. It's a speed running strat that they don't really tell you about, but if you ever want to get some more info on how to be a fucking pro, you're in the right place. Okay, this is working out perfect. Look, we've got like a little area. What the fuck am I looking at? Okay, understood. We light this up like it's 1999. The dark is scaring me, man. Okay, that's another thing. I really want to play some horror games because I have never once in my life played a single horror game. I played Catherine, but that's more a puzzle game with like and dating sim, kind of. I love that game though. But I want to play more like actual spooky, scary time games because I never have. And I know people who are big fans of them. And that is a world in which I would like to enter because I really like being scared. I have a fun time while I get scared. I like a haunted house. I like scary movies. And not to sound too brave, cool, and strong, but there aren't a lot of scary movies that I feel like get me anymore. And I think that's due to the fact that, like, I will get jump scared. Don't get me wrong. I am the easiest to jump scare. But, like, I don't know the last time I saw a movie where later in that night I went to sleep and I was like, dude, I can't sleep because that movie freaked me out so much. And I kind of miss that. And I think maybe what could be missing in that, just like I miss it, is more immersion. I've got a VR headset. How sick would that be if we were streaming VR scary games, man? Or I could be like that dude that comes across my TikTok or Instagram feed who takes mushrooms and plays horror games. I would never do that. The mushrooms are the horror game themselves. And you can already battle all your fears inside there. You don't need an external hey bud. What's up with y'all? How come there's so many of you guys? Let's open you up a little bit. Just kidding. Fucking got your ass. Okay, now we can go make some more stone tools. Who's doing all this grilling and growling, dude? What smoke do you... Is there a spawner right here, dude? Maybe we picked the best seed, is what I said when I was at the sperm bank. But this one kind of rocks, dude. We've, like, barely explored it, and it's like we're already in Eden, dude. We are already in Eden. Can I say something? The other day I was talking to somebody, and we were just asking about life, and I was like, dude, you know, I just finished... I turned in my fucking master's thesis. I finished one of my finals. And they're like, how you doing? And I was like, I feel like Adam and Eden. And he said, you mean Eve? And I said, what? He goes, you meant Eve. And I said, what? And he goes, Eve. And I said, no, it's Eden. And he goes, brother, it's Eve. And I was like, no, Eve is his wife. And he goes, yeah, you said Adam and Eden. I said, no, I said Adam in Eden, my guy. Which I thought was a great saying. I thought it sounded fucking phenomenal. Oops, I didn't mean to do all those, but it's okay. How many sticks do we have? Not enough. Okay, we're going to go like this. We're going to go like that. We're going to take that guy. Then we're going to take that guy. Then we're going to, oops, take that guy. Okay. And how many torches do we have? We have only 10. Didn't we literally just make like 100? Yes. Okay, so then let's do like this. Oops. And then let's do like this. There we go. Okay, now we have like 100. Everything is just like 100, you know what I mean? Okay. You are going to be rocks. And things that are rocks adjacent. You're going to be things that are wood and are wood adjacent, but I do need maybe like 16 of those. Like that many of those. Okay. And then you are the stuff container. You can go here. You can go here. You know what? Let's also build a chest. We're going to need to get more wood. But this will be for shit like that. And maybe we can even make it the cookery. I forgot we literally just did this. Okay. So, nope. I want you in there. Let's make another one. Now, here's a question. Because back in my day, you could do this and no one got mad at you. Okay. Good. So, you'll be food. You'll be stuff like this. Fuck it, we're here, dude. Let's make a... Damn it, my stuff's over here. Okay, and that, excuse me. We'll also do this then. Let's make one of you. We'll put you right in the ground. And then we'll also make a second chest for symmetry's sake. You're the wood chest. Okay. And the reason we did that was because we're going to make some new tools, dude. We can make one of these guys, and we can make one of these guys. Maybe I should have made some armor. How much leather do we have? Do we have more? Oops. What the hell was that? A bundle? A white bundle? Isn't that called a fuck? Hold on. Run that back. What is this? A white bundle? Isn't that called a Kiki's breakfast spot? Isn't that called the first watch? You win some, you lose some. Let's make a hat. Now, they're mad because our swag is so different, bro. That's what they're upset about. Look at this hat, dude. They're mad that our swag moves different. And we can't help them defer their anger. It's inevitable, man. The swag moves different. Okay, we also don't need flowers right now. We have our stuff to mine. Pimpopolis is ready to expand. We are ready for the day. Let's go a little bit deeper, as they say. Dude, that rhymed and I didn't even try. Okay. I think there's a zombie spawner somewhere. And I say that based off no information other than I've been hearing zombies. And to me, that is a good way to come to conclusions. The conclusions are come to, they've came, and now there's light. I think that's copper. And if I remember... Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. If I remember correctly, copper... Oh, my fucking God. Okay, okay. Everyone relax. Everyone be chill. Everyone be cool. They're literally mad because our swag is different. That's what they're angry about. And therefore, they must be put to rest and they cannot live in Pimpopolis. Boom. No thoughts. Oh my fucking God. Okay, 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 okay. Everyone relax. Everyone be cool. Everyone be chill. Everyone be cool. Everyone be chill. Ooh, okay, 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 okay. You can go first. You can die. Okay. We need to build a shield. I forgot about shields. Okay. There's a noise again, and I can hear it, and it's freaking me out. Dead. Let's eat. And let's go sleep. That's my favorite activity, is to eat, nearly die, and then go to bed. Tea time. Listen to them all perish. What's up, brother? What are you gonna do? You don't have a hat, dude. If you had a hat like me, bro, you wouldn't even be worried about that song. Idiot. I said let's make a shield, which I think we have enough right now to do. We do not. We need one more wood. Luckily, we have a wood chest. A chest dedicated to wood. I see that. I see that. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Okay. No, Biggie. We'll just use the other door. Okay. Oh my God, he's right outside. Oh my fucking God. Okay. A shield. A shield within my grip. Now, how do I use this? Okay. Copy. Copy, understood, and ready to party. How's our audio, by the way? We got our shield and we're ready to fucking party. Okay, I think it sounds good. I hope you enjoyed that moment of me. Ooh! Okay, I hope you enjoyed that moment of me doing sound checks in the middle of the episode rather than prior to it. That's just the kind of swag we move with, okay? Let's get some of this. And now we have a shield, so now we can actually handle these bow and arrow fellas. It's like the Odyssey. Did you guys see the trailer for the Odyssey? I would suck Christopher Nolan's toes if he didn't ask me to. I would do that unprompted. I love Christopher Nolan films. I have such a good time during it. I feel like I need to rewatch Tenet because I watched it once and I was like, all right. But like Interstellar changed my life. It is my favorite movie. It helped dictate what field I chose to study. That being said, I watched the trailer for Odyssey and was like, okay. Like, I don't know why this is happening, to be honest. I'm sure it'll be good, and I'm gonna see it. Like, there's really no choice in the matter. It's not really an up or down decision. It more or less is just, well, that's Christopher Nolan. And we have to continue witnessing the Nolanverse. Because it's as God intended. God said to watch the Nolanverse, and you say, you don't deny that. I'm starting to get lost, so let's put these on the left-hand side, which will not matter later because now it's on the right-hand side. Okay. But yeah, I really tried to care about the trailer. I watched it, and I watched it like, oh, here we go. And then it kept going, and I was like, all right. I love Matt Damon. But I love Matt Damon like I love, like a peanut butter and jelly, where I'm like, dude, if a peanut butter and jelly is really good, you go, damn, that was a good peanut butter and jelly. But if peanut butter and jelly is bad, you're like, yeah, it's still peanut butter and jelly, I guess. And that's how I feel about Matt Damon, where he's really good, but he's still a peanut butter and jelly, where I'm like, I mean, it's no souffle. You know what I mean? It's no steak. I'm lost. Lost as in the sauce, because I wanted to try to get here. Okay. I feel the same way about, dude, I've been wanting to talk about this for so long. What's that kid's name? Alex Warren. Alex Warren has that song, Ordinary. To say the devil and the mind's lost its way, day after day. Oh my Lord. Dude, that song fucking is so good. But it's also a peanut butter and jelly. It can be the best peanut butter and jelly I've ever eaten, but you're not gonna like surpass a steak or lobster. And it's not really your fault, because you just happen to be a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Your ceiling is just not that high. It was a very good peanut butter and jelly, and every time I hear that that song, whenever it comes on the radio in the car, all I can think about is that the ad for that show 911, where like they look up, fucking copper, me when I get pulled over. They look up and they see that, like, okay, we're gonna get too lost, and I don't want to do that. The Alex Warren Ordinary song plays, and they look up and see like space debris crashing into the earth, and he's like, he looks up and goes, "What the heck is that?" And then the other guy, Jennifer Love Hewitt, goes, "Oh my God." And then the other dude, who I always thought was the same guy because I've never watched the show, goes, "Everyone, take cover." And then lastly, that guy who I think was in a Marvel movie, the Asian guy, I think he's in a Marvel movie. I shouldn't say that because that may not be true. And that looks bad. But he's like, "What 18? Brace for impact." Dude, what a trailer. There was a time where I was watching that trailer probably once a day. It's my favorite trailer. I think it's so good. Because what the fuck is happening in that show? What is going on? I'm unable to tell you. I can't answer that. I'm under obligation and I signed an NDA to tell you what the fuck is happening in that show, I guess. And then I saw other trailers that came out after that because I guess I watched it so much that my algorithm started feeding it to me and was like, "I know what you're dying for. You want to see more trailers for this TV show 911." And I was like, you know what? I kind of do. You're kind of right. You're cooking, dude. I can't disagree with you. I would love nothing more than right now to see more trailers of 911. And they send like the precinct leader, the precinct captain probably sounds better, to space to help stop an asteroid, I think. I don't know. Long story short, Alex Warren, no offense, though what I'm going to say is probably very offensive. His music, like, that song is great. Like, I sing to it every single time. But it's as great as a good PB&J. You're never going to be a taco, brother. The floor and ceiling for taco is a much broader bandwidth that you're working with. But a PB&J can only go so high. And you did a good job of making a really good PB&J. But lest we forget, they are using it for an ad for the new 911 season. That should tell you what we're working with, you know what I mean? And who we're appealing to. Like, I don't want to say that they're soulless. But what I'm saying is that it's fucking soulless. With that being said, I'm still like, the ordinary, hippity-bippity-bow, the sanctuary. What the heck is that? Oh my God. Everyone, take cover. 118, brace for impact. God, it's so fucking good. I digress. My grass has died right now. I'm dying my grass and I've died grass. Alex Warren. I don't think he's ever going to make a better song because the ceiling of that song is not very high. It's not that good of a song, but when it comes on the radio, I feel like the people in the 911 ad where I'm like, I'm ready to defend the earth, my guy. I'm here to do it. I'm so ready. All right. Let's build a little bit higher of a wall, just like they're trying to do on the south border, which they shouldn't because I want to be able to still go home and visit my mom. But that being said, we need a higher wall because the creepers are getting in and they're scaring the hell out of me, and they are affecting the brand of Pimpopolis. And that's something we can't allow. We'll just go too high. I think too high is all we need. And then we'll call the Property Brothers. And we'll be like, hey, aren't you dating Zooey Deschanel? And the one guy will be like, haha, yeah. And then the other one will be like, and I do the other stuff. I've never watched an episode of anything on HGTV. But I feel like if I did, maybe I would learn something. But I'm not ready to learn something. I'd rather stay ignorant to how to build a house, to be honest. It's not my jam. It's not my forte. It's not my will forte. We do have an additional... Where the fuck is the growling come from? What the fuck is happening? Where are they? Are they like down here? Nope, that's a cow. I almost called it a horse. Okay, I mean, I guess there's some folks down there, but... actually, we don't need to do that, because we're going to eventually put in more floor first. But we can hop over here. Where should the door go? I guess I want to face this mountain, to be honest. I really like it. So we'll go like this. And then let's grab our door. Door. We'll make sure it's not a jar. It's got to be a door. Okay. You have volunteered. Dude. Holy shit, it's finally happening. All right. Yup. All right, I don't have a shovel, but what I need you to do, you can't get out. Okay, oh, do I have wheat yet? I don't. You can't get out, which is good. Yeah. Okay, you go up here. Yep. Everybody, say hello to the new mayor of Pimpopolis, bro. We finally have... Motherfucker! No! Alright. That just bummed me the fuck out. I'm so pissed. I don't want to say that ruined my day, but... There's no coming back from that. Do you want to... Here, how about this? I'm going to build you guys a stepping stool. And you're welcome to come into my home. In fact, it would be your forever home. How do you make wheat? We have to grow it, don't we? Alright. It's time for a farm. No, it's not. We don't have any iron. So actually, it's time to keep mining. But now we're too high. Like the number. And like the weed. And now we can... Okay, that's what we need. That's what we're looking for, baby. We're looking for... Fuck. We're looking for more iron. Because then we can make a bouquet. And with the bouquet, we can allow ourselves to catch a cow to be the holy patron of our land, of Pimpopolis. I would almost prefer a pig, but that's just because I'm a little bit of a freak with it, and I fucking love pigs. Yo, my horny ass could not own a pig. I'm just kidding. All right, that was crazy. I take that all back, and I felt very uncomfortable saying it. And because I apologized immediately, I get off scot-free, I'm pretty sure. Okay, there's a bunch of coal here. We'll pick it up, I guess. But what we really want is the iron. The I run, I walk. Take some dirt. Dude, the sound of hitting some of this stuff sounds like the hiss of a creeper. Am I crazy? Is that the point? Bro, is that the point? Please tell me there's a point. Okay, iron. Okay, what is that sound? Iron, iron. None of you are iron. I'm gonna leave this coal here, actually. So that way, in case later we need coal, we can, like, come upon it and be like, oh my god, yay, there's coal. Iron. Iron. Iron, earn, and iron, earn. Y'all ever see that accent video? Thoughts and opinions? Okay. This is sick as fuck, by the way. Iron, iron, iron. I just need something to... Is there just a water source we can find, too? Not that one, obviously. Might be start... It might be start. It might start being time to start digging our first, like, strip mine. But I feel like we shouldn't have to. We should just be able to come across some iron. Iron, iron. Copper. Dude, there has to be a spawner. Because what is with all these guys, man? Oops, 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 oops. Bye, 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 bye. In sync. Bye, bye, bye. Later, get fucked. Okay, iron. Hi, Ron. Hi, I'm Ron. Iron. 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 Coal. Copper, bro. I'm so sick of copper. It's unimportant and unhelpful to me, and I don't like it. All it does is brandish the penny, and at this point, isn't it like primarily zinc? We're under these falsehoods that the currency beneath our feet will actually keep us afloat, but it's not going to, dude. We're getting rid of the penny anyways. Actually, they've been saying that for years, man. They've been saying that since I was a kid. They're like, be careful. They're going to stop using the penny. So this is fun. This is an interesting thing you may have not known, but there's no such thing as iron, actually. It's a common misconception. What you're actually looking at is copper. It's a trick of the eye. When you look at it, you may think, oh my gosh, look at this. How interesting. It's iron. False. Incorrect. Untrue. All right. Let's go back to our OG mine. Ochimama. Oh, I should put my coordinates on, huh? I think I know how to do that. I think I can do that from the top of my head. Unless there's iron in here. Baby. Fuck no. Fuck no. Okay. So I do think it might be fun to have this guy be our actual mine system. So like this is where we're gonna do the digging down, diggy hole. So maybe let's start it like right here, and we'll go. I want it 2 wide, as in the number 2, not as in too many. Let's go like bang. Shakalaka. Boom. This is the fun part where we just mine our little staircase. I started watching Legend of Korra. Dude. Avatar was one of my favorite shows, as it is everybody else's, just because it can't not be when you're growing up. It's you're watching an animated show that is tackling such depth, and while doing so being extremely hilarious and well animated to the point that you are witnessing masterful art occur in front of your childlike eyeballs. They're childlike because you are a child. So I loved Avatar. And I remember being at a friend's house the night Legend of Korra came out, and his older sister was like, I'm so excited, dude. Legend of Korra is going to be so good. And like we watched the first episode, and I was like young, and I was like, when did Legend of Korra come out? Hold on. Legend of Korra. 2012, dude. That was a long time ago. God damn. I remember being at a buddy's house and Legend of Korra came on. He was like, dude, you know, we've been so excited. Motherfucker. We've been so excited for this show, dude. And I was like, that's sick. And we turned it on. I was like, yo, this is fucking boring. But the reason I say that is then like about like 4 years ago or something like that, I was like, I need to give this another shot. And I did. And I fucking watched a couple episodes and I had the same reaction where I was like, this is not for me. which is insane to think about now because I'm on like season 4 right now, and I've damn near watched it straight through. It is one of the best television shows to ever come out. I am so blown away by it. Every single episode that comes out. Oh, we don't need this. Let's combine you two. It won't matter. We don't need you. We also don't need a hoe, I guess. I am so floored with every episode that I watch. We need food. Okay. Where's our food? There it is. I guess you can cook. Let him cook, dude. Let him cook. Come on, come here. Uppies. Get up there. Yep. Go. Go. Come on. Quickly. We're gonna go like this. Okay, you guys are hearing that, right? Alright, you come here. Push. You have just been promoted to one of my... Just relax, bro. Be cool. Be cool. Tap strafe. You gotta be... It's like Rocket League. Why can't I see inside of you? Okay. It's like Rocket League, okay? You gotta be really careful as you tap. And then we go like this. Get the fuck back there, dude. You are my son. You like it. You got grass and stuff. You know what? I'll give you one of these. You eat bones? No, I'm just playing. We go like this. Look, dude, you're gonna fucking love it here. Look. Wow. Don't you love? Look, you're happy. All right, you stay there, bud. Fuck that. Okay, we have food. And I don't need this anymore, but we do now have a new mayor. Okay? New mayor of Pimpopolis. He will gladly take care of any taxation issues that you have, any questions that may come across the board. Don't even give them to me. I won't be able to answer them. That's Lord Terrence. Terrence has the ability, the innate ability, to handle and govern with such ease that Terrence the cow, I mean, at some point it just starts running itself, all right? You start waking up and looking around and you're like, wow, I'm not even doing anything. Just, you know, the city runs like a fucking well-oiled machine. How is that possible? Terrence the cow. Terrence the cow is going to be who is going to bring us into the Enlightenment era. All of a sudden, you're going to start looking around. You're all confused, you know, because everything's torches and wood and furnaces. And he's like, dude, you ever heard of Wi-Fi? Check this out. And he shows you, like, LeBron highlights. That's what the cow is there for. That's what Terrence's plan is. We need to turn on our... Whoa, it got real quiet. Speaking of, just drop you to like 36. Hello, I would like to put on my fucking stuff, my thing, my what's it called? Coordinates. It's near the show coordinates. Yes, please. Okay. Oh, I thought I said we were on -82 for where we were standing. Now, I don't remember how low we're supposed to go, because back in my day, which I keep saying, it was like 11 and 12 is what gets you your diamonds, right? What is it these days, huh? Who knows? Actually, I might do a quick Google search here in a second. But the main reason we're doing this is we've got to get some fucking iron, bro. And we got to start planting. We got to start Robert Plant ton. Well, good thing there's coal. I mean, what more could you ask for, right? It's a beautiful day. The sun is shining. The sun has risen, and it is here to... He is risen. Okay. The sun has risen to greet us. Nice. Now, if you could, Colvane... Kurt Colvane. Rip. Bleed us to your nearest iron ore. Your nearest iron or thoughts and opinions. Kurt Colvane, you have literally done nothing for me. Except you wrote me about a heart-shaped box. Okay. Bang. Nope, nope, nope. I'm like the worst at making shovels. I only make shovels when all of a sudden I'm like, damn, I could really use a shovel. But otherwise, why? Why bring on the stress, huh? Why make life harder than it needs to be? I'm getting close to being hungry, and that's in real life. But that is something we can amend later. Right now, we gotta mine. That's what the children yearn for. I didn't see the Minecraft movie. Was it good? I heard mixed reviews. I heard some people would be like, what the fuck was that? That was awful. And then I also heard other people be like, it was magical. I had a great time. So maybe it's just in the eye of the beholder. Maybe all art is subjective. But it's really not. There are plenty of correct answers to art, but there are definitely also wrong answers. Like, for example, if you leave the Joker film and you're like, damn, I get it. I'm a loner and the world owes me so much. It's like, ah, you fucked up. Or if you watch Wolf of Wall Street, dude, Wolf of Wall Street, one of my favorite films, dude. But then you fuck up. Wobbly stubbly. I don't know what that means, my brother. I'm going to be so real with you. And you also sent me a link. It says best viewers. I'm not clicking that, my guy. I'd rather die first. Thanks. Wolf of Wall Street is such a great movie. But people leave that movie going, oh, I get it. Now I need to throw my life away for money. Now, to be fair, I also, what's it called? Oops. When I watch Whiplash, the whole point of that movie is that... Hold on, we're going to multitask. Ati. Oh. The whole point of the movie... Ooh, I want one down here. We're good. And right there. Like, the entire point of the movie Whiplash is... You shouldn't sacrifice yourself for your art. You should live. You know, there's so much more to... Could you give me a moment? There's so much more to life than becoming the best drummer in the world. But I can't help it, dude. I watch that movie and I go, dude, I need to fucking... Terrence? 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 What are you trying to tell me? You don't have to stay. I think the people will understand. Okay. Oh, yo, I'm colorblind as fuck. I just realized the udder is pink. I feel like every time I've like glanced at it before, which is a lot, using the spyglass to take a look at the whenever I would look at it before, I would always be like, I don't know, it just looks like the white spot of a cow. But for some reason on the monitor, it like, I saw it glisten into the future and I was like, that ain't white, bro. It's a pink udder, which is beautiful. All right. We need to make a fuck ton of those. And then let's go back and let's build these stairs and let's have a few more chats, you and I. And then we'll move on to the next episode, huh? I think in between episodes, I'm going to Google because I do not recall what floor the good stuff is on. More urgently, I don't know what fucking floor the iron is on, but apparently we found the only iron vein in the entire world, which is kind of impressive if you think about it. The ability to scour and live a life where you are able to observe a singular moment that is absolutely unique to you and you alone. That's kind of beautiful. And, you know, we got to do that. Am I going to hit my head? Wait, run. No, I nailed it, dude. That's the perfect height, my man. All right, let's go back home. Let's give it a little... Pimpopolis is coming together. Terrence... I'm going to cry. sometimes, fuck. Not all of us are meant for land. Some sailors are meant for the sea, and more than just the sea, they're meant to roam and live free. Maybe what Terrence was trying to tell us is this idea of some sort of mayoral responsibility is not something he wants to take on. He wants, what the fuck is that noise, bro? He wants to vibe and hang out and spread love. And we tried to dictate his future and say, Terrence the cow, you now have to run this city. And he abandoned that and said, there's no shot. You're not going to make me do that. And I really respect that. What was I saying? All right. My name is Sebatone. I will see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.